Your Call Sam forecast first with Chief Meteorologist Jared Floyd.
Across the area, we continue to keep an eye on overall what's unfolding to be a very active day across, or active night across the Arklamas. You see the severe weather threat that will increase across the region later tonight. Storms will exit early tomorrow morning. And looking at the severe weather threat as we go through the late night hours tonight, pretty much has been set in stone all day. But the enhanced risk level 3 across portions of southeastern Arkansas, the slight risk level 2 farther south, where damaging winds and isolated tornadoes generally our primary concern as we go through the night. The warnings that are out right now are tornado warnings to our north and northeast. You can see one of the flashing boxes to the north of Memphis. It's already been a very active night across northeastern sections of Arkansas. The only tornado watch in our area currently is for Columbia County, Arkansas. That's until 11 o'clock tonight. I would almost guarantee that we will see a tornado watch for the rest of the area over the next several hours. That will carry us through early tomorrow morning. More in just a little bit. That's your forecast first. NBC 10 News at 10 starts now.
Live from the NBC 10 Broadcast Center, this is your weather station. Voted Best of the Delta and Best Newscast and Weather by the Louisiana Association of Broadcasters. This is NBC 10 News, live at 10.
Good evening. I'm Jesse Davis and Stephen Pappas. We are in New Orleans inside the Caesars Superdome. OCS with a devastating loss earlier today against Southern Lab, 38-14. But we're not going to really focus on the devastating loss. We're actually going to talk about the great season that they had this year. Stephen, just what are some things that you've seen about OCS this year that was impressive to you?
Yeah, this is a team that, Tristan Wiley was kind of the one guy that we saw all year, and not to say anybody else in this team didn't consistently produce, but he did so at the highest level. Unfortunately, he was not able to go today. I believe he only played 1 or 2 plays only on defense. He's a really good compliment for Landon Graves to be able to get open and make some plays. He was very, very much missed in the offense, and you watched this game, you saw OCS's offense was not quite clicking at what you really see them clicking at. And Tristan Wiley not being in the game was a big part of that. The passing game was, I wouldn't say non-existent, but it was a struggle at times, and the running game, it was really just through the eyes of Landon Graves. They really just kind of fed him the ball. They had a couple big plays that turned into touchdowns, but didn't have enough big plays to stick up with Southern Lab today.
Yeah, like you said, Tristan Wiley. If you don't know Tristan Wiley is a standout receiver and safety. He's verbally committed to Air Force, but like you said, he was unable to play today because of an ankle injury. This is his senior season. You could just see the look on his face. He was trying to warm up. He was trying to run over. He just couldn't put any pressure on it. So just sorry about that. It hurts.
That's something, especially as a senior coming in your last game. And we talked to him yesterday. He said this is his 3rd straight year here, so it's not like it's a first for him to be playing in this environment. But at the same time, it's your last time here, and that's something that it's always going to sting. You don't get a red shirt in high school. You don't get to stay that extra year in high school like some people do in college. I mean, this is the pinnacle of high school football. Being able to play right here on an NFL stadium, this is the pinnacle of it. And to be able to miss that hurts.
Yes, and OCS, let's talk about their overall season. This was their first loss of the year against Southern Lab. OCS was undefeated. They did make it to the championship game last year, fell just short, and then once again this year, they fall just short once again. But I think Coach Stephen Fishhue, head coach OCS, has something good going at that program. He's used to being in positions like this, situations like this. I believe OCS will make another run at it again next year.
Yeah, absolutely. This is a team in Southern Lab that, when we saw them, the first time we saw them come out of that tunnel yesterday in practice, it was, your eyes got a little bit bigger. You're like, who are those guys?
I think our eyes did too.
They were some big dudes on the other side, and, they beat OCS today thoroughly with speed, with size. They were just I want to say ran them up and down the field, but, they were throwing the ball deep at will at some points during this game, and OCS's defense really couldn't handle it for the better part of this game.
All right, and we're going to stop talking. We can talk all day. That's just how much fun we have been having here inside the Caesars Superdome in New Orleans. So we're actually going to send things back to you guys in the studio.
Thanks, Jesse and Steven. Good evening, and thank you for joining us. I'm Dominique Williams. Our top story tonight, we had ourselves some Friday Night Lights championships. A Ouachita Christian High School competed in the Division 4A championships. NBC 10 sports reporter Jesse Davis and Stephen Pappas were down in New Orleans earlier this afternoon at the Superdome for the championship game and post.
Hey, we're here in New Orleans inside the Caesars Superdome for a big matchup against OCS and Southern Lab for the Division IV state championship.
Yeah, it happened a little bit earlier in the day. It was a fantastic game. Let's take you right to the highlights.
A Tristan Wiley-less OCS getting set to take on Southern Lab in the Division IV championship game at the Caesars Superdome. It was the Kittens who struck first halfway through the first quarter. Angelo Izzard scampers in from 4 yards out. The PAT would be no good, so it's 6-0 Kittens. Next Kittens drive, still leading 6-0. It's Izzard finding Darren Morris. Get used to seeing this guy's name. Southern Lab goes up 12 after a failed two-point conversion. Late now in the first half, the Eagles desperate for some sort of offense. Landon Graves delivers to Thomas Culp, 27 yards to the crib. OCS back in this one. It's 12-7. And right before the half, the momentum was all in favor of the Eagles. Noah Lovelady gonna lay the lumber here. A hit so good, we're gonna have to slow it down for you. As you see, the quarterback pressure goes out to his right, gets absolutely lit up by Lovelady. Let's watch it one more time, this time in slow-mo. Get a better look of how hard that hit was by Lovelady. 12-7, Kittens lead at the half.
Second half now, Kittens up 18-7. It's just going deep down the field to Morris again. My man Morris is on fire all day. Kids trying to get something going in this game. They scored 41 yards for 6 points. The lead for the Kittens grows to 19. It's 26-7 at that point. Now, OCS would have an answer on 4th and 3. Landon Graves finds Tate Hamby for the first down toe touch. Big catch right there with the toe touch inbounds. Next assuming possession, Landon Graves will just keep it himself in. He goes in for the end zone. OCS back within 2 scores. My man Landon Graves played defense also in this game. Now take a look at this assuming kickoff OCS. They would actually recover this onside kick, but as the great Lee Corso says, not so fast. The play will actually be reviewed and determined that OCS touched the ball before 10 yards, so Southern Lab takes over. However, the drive will stall. Next OCS drive. A little tricky on 4th and down. It's the Philly special. Cup looking for Graves in the end zone is knocked down by Dylan Day, so OCS does not score on that possession. One final gas for OCS. It's Landon Graves again. You've been hearing his name all day. Like I said, he played both sides of the ball. Overthrows his receiver on his play, and it's unfortunately picked off by Shane Foreman. Southern Lab will actually go on to win the Division IV state championship 38-14 over the OCS Eagles.
We will have full coverage, scores, highlights, and more tomorrow. We have a big matchup in 3A. Union playing Sterlington. Everybody's looking for that matchup. And we can't forget about Homer, another one of our local area teams playing for the state championship. Reporting in New Orleans, I'm Jesse Davis. It's Stephen Pappas. Sending things back to you guys in the studio.
Thanks, Jesse and Steven. Looking forward to that Northeast matchup. All right, over to some college football. Grambling State University's football program will start a new era with former NFL coach Hugh Jackson. A big opportunity for Jackson, the former Raiders and Browns coach, at one of the nation's highest profile HBCU programs. GSU's President Gala and Athletics Director Travion Scott introduced Jackson on Friday morning as the 14th head coach in Tiger history. Jackson, who has more than 30 years of coaching experience at both the collegiate and professional levels, began his coaching career in 1987 at the University of the Pacific, which is his alma mater, and spent a majority of the next 13 years in the college ranks. He then moved to the professional ranks in 2001 and remained in the National Football League until 2019.
It was my experience that gave me the desire to do more in the HBCU environment. It means for me that I have to do a great job of giving back because somebody gave me an opportunity when I was a young coach to ascend. I think you guys know the history of the National Football League. There's only been 19 minority head coaches in a 101-year history, and I did it twice. I am honored to be part of the Grambling family as the 14th head coach of the Grambling State Tigers football team. I am also excited to add a new and exciting chapter to this history and to this great institution. In the words of President Gallo, where everybody is somebody. Thank you very much.
Jackson comes to Grambling State after spending the past year as the offensive coordinator and quarterbacks coach at Tennessee State University.
And now, exclusive Storm Tracker Doppler weather with meteorologist Walker Snowden.
Now, we haven't seen anything in terms of severe storms just yet into the Arklamass, most of the activity remaining toward the north. But if you step outside, you'll notice one thing, and one thing for certain. Taking a look at the dew points, plenty of moisture back into the environment, the humidity almost hitting you in the face, and that's certainly setting up for prime ingredients. The moisture certainly needed, as well as a little bit of instability for those severe storms that we're expecting over the next couple hours to pile back in. And you're going to notice a very strong southerly flow at the surface and both of the mid-levels as well. And you can easily see how it's being filtered back up toward that low pressure that sits off towards the north that's currently carrying that cold front that we're expecting within the next couple of hours here. Looking at some of the winds that we're currently experiencing. Now, these are 2-minute averages, so these are sustained wind speeds. They're not gusts that we're looking at. And you can currently see 14 miles an hour here in Monroe, 23 up towards southern Arkansas and Monticello, 16 in Camden, and 16 in El Dorado. So we're still seeing plenty of good wind speeds both at the surface and aloft as well, which is also another key ingredient that we'll see in terms of severe storms that we're expecting over the next couple of hours. Looking at Future Tracker, we haven't seen anything pop up just yet, but what are we really looking at? We're looking at some more development towards the isolated kind towards Saturday in a couple of hours towards the 2 a.m. time frame, and then we'll likely see that organize a little bit better and further on into the early morning hours on Saturday towards that 8 a.m. time frame, and that's when we're expecting the majority of coverage to end. So we haven't seen it start just yet, and we're expecting coverage to likely start up within the next couple of hours here and easily continue to the early parts tomorrow morning, and then obviously behind the front, Dominique, we're expecting nice conditions for parts of the weekend.
All right, thanks, Walker. Coming up on NBC 10 News at 10, more sports and weather. Keep it right here.
It's about time for some football. That's right. It's tailgating time, and Randall's has everything you need to cover the spread. Get your season ticket to ribs, chicken, sausage, burgers, steaks, and much more. Randall's has the sidelines covered too with delicious ready-to-cook casseroles and sides. You can score big stocking up on snacks, drinks, and ice, or get right in the game with our ready-to-eat deli favorites. So run the option now to Randall's and get your tailgating game plan ready. Randall's Fine Meats and Catering.
We're optimizing your connections. Our new smart Wi-Fi 6 technology powered by Optimum features mesh coverage for a better whole home Wi-Fi experience. Now with an extender included, you'll get Wi-Fi even in those hard-to-reach places. Stream, work, and game faster, all on one powerful mesh Wi-Fi network. Greater whole home coverage is here with smart Wi-Fi 6, now including a free Wi-Fi extender with select internet packages.
Cocktails, cuisine, and conversation. Pour by Char 19. A comfy and mature atmosphere. Enjoy wines, beers, cocktails, and small plates. Appetizers like Jumbo Gulf Shrimp Cocktail or deviled eggs. Share flatbread pizza, a charcuterie board, paninis, and more. And we're all about the spirits. Our bartenders live to pour and love to share. So give them a hand. And they can put a bottle of wine in it or a draft beer. Maybe one of our specialty cocktails. So grab a glass and pour by Char 19. Highway 165 North, on the left, just past Bayou Bowl.
The NBC 10 Fox 14 Barron Weather app, sponsored by LevelTech. No family should go hungry during the holidays. You can put food on the tables of thousands of families by participating in the Christmas Cheer virtual food drive. Go to myarklamass.com to find out how you can donate for your favorite school. Every $10 helps provide 55 meals. We'll announce the winning school on December 21st on NBC 10 News at 6. The Christmas Cheer Virtual Food Drive, brought to you by the Food Bank of Northeast Louisiana, NBC 10, and Fox 14. Now, exclusive Storm Tracker Doppler weather from the most experienced meteorologist in the Arklamass, Jared Floyd.
Live Storm Tracker Doppler radar shows that most of the storms have stayed just north of our area, but I wouldn't be surprised to see some back-building development into northwestern sections of Ouachita County. Not necessarily severe, but it would be the first thunderstorm activity we've seen in our viewing area so far today, and that's generally on track with what we expected with this forecast. Also some spotty showers south of the I-20 corridor. As we mentioned all day, there's a pocket of warm air aloft that's basically acting as a lid on the atmosphere, keeping storms from building vertically quickly. Now, as that cap erodes away, we expect storms to really flourish later on tonight in our area, but until that happens, all of this really stays suppressed, and that's not necessarily a good thing, because that again keeps the atmosphere rather primed for those storms to move through later tonight. It's been a rough night, unfortunately, already across northeastern Arkansas in the Manette and Truman communities. This is up in northeastern Arkansas, east of Jonesboro, over toward Blytheville and Osceola and a lot of the areas right along the Mississippi Valley. 2 different nursing homes have been hit by tornadoes tonight, and then there's also a mass casualty situation unfolding in portions of Illinois where a building has collapsed due to severe thunderstorms. And you can also see those storms lining up along the I-30 corridor, stretching down I-40, and then more back building development north of I-40 into north central Arkansas. So while we haven't seen things here yet, it has been an extremely active and violent night already to our north and east. A look at the time-lapse radar from the National Weather Service in Shreveport, and you can see that more storms are developing along the boundary itself as it continues to move eastward. And again, the environment out ahead of a lot of this activity is quite favorable. Very warm, very humid. We'll take a closer look at temperatures and dew points in just a little bit. But the big focus will be on damaging wind and tornado potential out of this line as it continues to move east along the front, and also any development out ahead of this line as it moves eastward. That's where we could also see isolated tornadic development a little bit later on tonight. Again, the overnight time frame as it stands, we'll talk more about that in just a little bit, but the focus is really on the early morning hours of Saturday from about midnight to 4 a.m. across the region. That's the big kind of prime window for severe storm development in our area. And again, it could be this line, but also some additional development out ahead of it. More coming up in just a few minutes, including a look at the 7-day. But first, here's Dominique with your gas card winner.
All right, Donald Edwards of West Monroe, you are tonight's winner of our Jim Taylor dealerships $50 gas card. That's only if you call before our newscast ends at 318-807-0900. If you want to win some gasoline, register at one of the Jim Taylor dealerships or online at myarklamis.com. Watch for your name every weeknight on NBC 10 News at 10.
All right, across the area, overcast skies, obviously 75 degrees in El Dorado. Winds are out of the south, 16 miles per hour, primed for potential for thunderstorms later on tonight. Full look at the forecast coming up next.
Checking our list and checking it twice.
Of all the places you can get something sparkly and nice.
It's the countdown to Christmas on NBC 10 News Today. So you can get great gift ideas for the holidays.
Maya Hudgens and Hunter Elise, weekday mornings on NBC 10 News Today.
Game cameras make the best Christmas gift this year at Simmons Sporting Goods. Double up with a Primos 14-megapixel Trail Cam 2-pack, now $79.99. Outfit every hunter on your list with a Muddy MTC 100 game camera, only $39.99. Stay connected with the Covert WC30 cellular game camera, just $149.99. We're open 8:30 to 6 Monday through Saturday and noon to 5 on Sunday. Get 12 months same as cash or shop SimmonsSportingGoods.com.
The Wellness Center Santa Special. Sign up for your 3-month membership now.
Rick Breen's, your official Pennzoil retailer.
Customer satisfaction means more to me than anything else.
In the beginning, taking the COVID vaccine was a hard no for me. I take vaccines, but for some reason, it all felt rushed. And honestly, I don't always trust the government. I got COVID myself, and people in my community are dying from the Delta variant. The numbers don't lie. After doing more research, getting vaccinated was the right choice for me. More than 200 million Americans have taken the vaccine, and it's now FDA approved. My only regret is not taking it sooner. The COVID vaccine saves lives. It's that simple.
Woundostomy Care Clinic of West Monroe, the only privately owned woundostomy clinic in Louisiana.
Russell, Russell, Russell.
Is the open road calling your name? Some guys were born truck drivers. Be trained and certified in just 16 days. Classes are available to get you on the path to your new career. CDL training, third-party testing, safety training, job placement, and financing available. See the world and get paid for doing it. Don't let life pass you by. Call Coastal right now. Exit 101 in Calhoun.
Wishing you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year from Bayou Family Care in Rifle.
News sponsored by Carl Malone Toyota of El Dorado. Live Storm Tracker Doppler radar sponsored by Homeland Bank. And now, exclusive Storm Tracker Doppler weather from the most experienced meteorologist in the Arklamis, Jared Floyd.
Again, checking the live storm tracker Doppler radar. And on that note, I know a lot of folks are down in South Louisiana in New Orleans for either the OCS game today, Homer-Haynesville game tomorrow, or the Union-Sterlington game tomorrow. If you're heading out early tomorrow morning, obviously you could run into some storms as you move east and south, but generally speaking, most of this should actually be kind of out of the area. Just kind of a side note there. Live storm tracker Doppler radar, as I mentioned, shows the activity to our north. Walker mentioned this earlier, but just how warm and humid it is. If you step outside in mid-December and it's 76 degrees at 10 o'clock at night and there's a cold front coming, there's probably a severe weather threat to go along with it. It's just kind of hard to avoid, and it's a very uniform air mass. Temperatures don't spread much, from 74 to about 77 degrees. Dew points ranging anywhere from about 67 to 72. It is a downright primed atmosphere, but there are some limitations in terms of the ingredients that could feed storms in our area. One of those being a pocket of warm air aloft. We talked about this earlier, a cap in the atmosphere that could limit storm potential or suppress it for at least the early part of the night. Now, that said, there's not much of a cap in eastern Texas, and you can see the tornado watch that's in effect until 11 o'clock for these areas. That tornado watch also includes Columbia County. That is the only county or parish in the Arklamis that is currently under any kind of severe weather watch. The tornado watches spread all the way through the mid-Mississippi and Ohio valleys. This is a severe weather day that will certainly verify in terms of its moderate risk assessment by the Storm Prediction Center. Regardless of whether anything happens in our area, it has been a deadly night across portions of northeastern Arkansas and stretching into the mid-Mississippi Valley. The watches as they stand right now, the flashing red boxes are tornado warnings, and the severe weather outlook, again, has really been left unchanged by the Storm Prediction Center. And I will say, so far, they've done a very good job in getting the word out and alerting folks. The hazards that we expect tonight, isolated tornadoes and damaging wind gusts. Again, the threats in our area, somewhat more limited. And there is also a window of opportunity for folks in the western counties and parishes to really miss out on the more significant thunderstorm activity. That said, that line back out to the west is going to be hard to dodge. Expect storms to develop and spread eastward as we head through the overnight hours tonight. Leftover cloud cover through the day on Saturday. That'll clear out late Saturday night into early Sunday, and temperatures in many spots will approach the freezing mark then. The possible storm arrival times late tonight over the next few hours in the western counties and parishes, and then spreading towards sunrise farther eastward. Lows tonight, again, near 60 degrees in most locations. And again, be prepared for temperatures to pretty much fall all day through the day tomorrow. So you probably hit your high temperature right around sunrise, and we'll look for cloudy, breezy, just kind of gross conditions through your Saturday. Skies will clear out a little bit on Sunday with highs in the low 60s, and then a warming trend into the mid-70s for the middle part of next week. Obviously, we'll continue to keep you updated with any developments overnight. More sports right after the break. Stick around.
Wake up with us on Mondays. We continue our countdown to Christmas at Gabe's Cave in El Dorado. They have the perfect gift ideas for those who love comics, collectibles, and games. It all starts Monday at 5 a.m. on NBC 10.
This is Lexi. From El Dorado to Winsboro to Monroe and everywhere in between, when it comes to weather, meteorologist Lexi Birmingham has the Arklamis covered. Weekday mornings on NBC 10 News Today.
Anything you want to eat, but for specials, we can't have a better special than the one that was given us over 2,000 years ago in a manger. If you haven't accepted him, do it today.
Is there a new Ford under your tree? Now's your chance to put one there with the Built for the Holiday sales event at Billywood Ford. We're closing out 2021 with our most aggressive pricing yet. Gift yourself the new 2021 Ford F-150 or the new 2021 Escape. Naughty? Nice? Either way, you can have a Ford under your tree for much less than you think. Who would help you celebrate the holidays with great deals? Billy would. Merry Christmas from Billywood Ford in Gina and BillywoodFord.com.
Have you been to the First West thrift store lately? You need to. The thrift store has new and used clothing, jewelry, furniture, books, and household items, all at affordable prices. Your purchases at the store allow for local ministries to be blessed. So what are you waiting for? Come to the First West Thrift Store today, where you save more than money. The thrift store is located at the corner of 4th and Mill in West Monroe.
Your local sports with Dominique Williams.
Welcome back. We have some more sports coverage down at the Caesars Superdome, where Jesse Davis and Stephen Pappas caught up with NFL player and Alabama Crimson Tide alum Devontae Smith.
So we are here with the 2020 Heisman winner and current Philadelphia Eagle, Devontae Smith. Devontae, just how are you enjoying this today? Your alma mater, your high school in the state championship right now. Just you enjoying the day?
It's always great to come back, watch my alma mater, compete in the state championships like always. It's great.
All right, so kind of tell me how important and how big of a deal is it for kids to be able to play at a stage like this inside the Caesars Superdome?
It's amazing. As high school, everybody doesn't get the chance to go to the next level. So to make it here and to be able to compete in something like this, it's amazing.
Obviously, winning this game is always everybody's goal, but just kind of what takeaways you played in it your senior year. Just tell me what takeaways you got from that game.
Just enjoy every moment. For some people, this is going to be their last time playing football with the guys that they've been playing with all through high school.
All right, and what are some things that you can tell the young gentlemen back at home that want to, get on the level that you're at, make it to the NFL? Like I said, you were very successful now. What are some things that you can tell the young men back at home?
Just stay focused. Just focus on everything that's going to help you get there. School, football, whatever it is you're doing, just stay focused and make sure that you just have a straight head.
All right, final question. You look at him, you look at me. Which one of us is locking you up?
Neither one of y'all.
What? No, we can hit that feelings right here.
Oh, no, we do not need that, Jesse. It was a sad day in the NFL as the death of former NFL receiver Demaryius Thomas Thursday shocked the sports world. News broke overnight of the tragic death of former Denver Broncos wide receiver Demaryius Thomas. At just 33 years old, Thomas was found dead in his home in Roswell, Georgia on Thursday night. Police said that the preliminary reports show that Thomas might have died from medical issues. He was a former first-round draft pick by Denver out of Georgia Tech in 2010. Thomas spent 9 seasons with the Broncos. Thomas also won a championship with the Broncos in Super Bowl 50. He finished his career spending time with the New York Jets in 2019, where he became a team captain before sitting out the 2020 NFL season. Thomas officially had retired from the NFL in June of 2021. Up next, one last look at your 7-day forecast. That's next on NBC 10 News. Stay with us.
NBC 10 Fox 14 Barron Weather App, sponsored by Bayou Kubota.
Sleepy Hollow Furniture, celebrating 40 years of livable luxury.
Christmas has always been a holiday that creates memories that stand the test of time. Like when you finally got that gaming console you'd been dreaming about, your first piece of jewelry, or the toy all of your friends wanted. At Ouachita Valley Federal Credit Union, we want to help you make this Christmas just as memorable with a $2,500 holiday loan. Ouachita Valley, making good things happen.
Hi, I'm Ken with Ken's Coffee Service. We've been offering filtered water coolers to local businesses for 18 years. Now, due to popular demand, we're offering this service for residential use, featuring the countertop and standing version of my most popular cooler, which filter out the chlorine, color, and odor in your municipal water. This cooler also provides unlimited cold filtered water. There's no contract and no cost for installation. Call Ken's Coffee Service today, 361-0035.
Shrimping wasn't the only thing Bubba knew about. He liked pecans, too. Pecan pies, pecan fudge, roasted pecans, candied pecans, pecan muffins, pecan brownies, pecan cookies, pecan pralines. Louisiana Pecan Shelling Company. The best prices in the Ocklamis. 5-pound bag halves, just $42.50. The 5-pound bag pieces, just $32.50.
Real thoughtful, real easy, and really on sale. Catfish Charlie's $25 gift cards are just $20. $50 gift cards for only $40. Catfish Charlie's on Louisville Avenue next to Office Depot.
Camadar's Christmas Countdown Sale is going on now.
And men's and ladies' Wrangler jeans are buy one, get one 50% off. Going on now at Cavender's, your Wrangler headquarters.
Best Reviews has an unbiased team that researches products in real-world situations. For the best reviews, go to bestreviews.com.
Hey everyone, tonight we have an all-new show. President Joe Biden will be my guest. Plus we have Jodie Turner-Smith and music from Rick Ross featuring Jasmine Sullivan tonight.
New Tonight Show, starring Jimmy Fallon, tonight on NBC.
Possible storm arrival times as we head through the night. It will be a late night for a lot of folks. Make sure you have a way of receiving severe weather alerts that will wake you up if you elect to go to sleep. Of course, the NBC 10 and Fox 14 weather team will be here all night to keep you updated as the conditions really warrant. When warnings start popping up in our area, you'll obviously know about it. A look at the 7-day forecast. And once we get beyond the rain around sunrise tomorrow, the rest of the weekend's not too bad. It'll be a pretty chilly, cloudy, gloomy day on Saturday. Sunshine winds over with temperatures in the low 60s on Sunday, and then resume the warm-up through much of next week. Back above normal for this time of year into the 70s with morning lows in the 50s. Again, I cannot stress enough, have ways of receiving severe weather alerts tonight in the event that warnings are issued for our area.
That's NBC 10 News on Friday, December 10th. Tune in tomorrow for your weekend newscast right here on NBC 10 News at 6 with Jeremy Harrell, Brianna Medina, and myself, Dominique Williams. Have a good night.
NBC 10 News today, followed by the Today Show with Hoda and me for all the day's news.
Who has what it takes to go beast mode? These kids did. Who will be next? Watch NBC 10 News at 6 and 10 every Thursday to see this week's Beast of the Week. Sponsored by My Rose Restaurant.